It's obviously the big news today in the Murdaugh murders true crime saga, the indictments handed down against Cory Fleming, an attorney from Beaufort, South Carolina, who was one of the co-conspirators, alleged co-conspirators in this maze, web, whatever you want to call it, of criminal activity revolving around Alec Murdaugh, his family, and the law firm it founded down there in Hampton, South Carolina. This crime and corruption saga has been huge, people, and we are finally now starting to see some of those who were participating in it, or allegedly participating in it, being held accountable. Now, Fleming, as readers, viewers, and listeners will recall, was featured prominently in the televised deposition of Chad Westendorf from the Palmetto State Bank. Chad, of course, is the guy who kind of fumbled through that deposition, but Chad implicated Cory Fleming during that deposition on several occasions. In fact, he kind of went into detail, surprisingly eloquent given his lack of eloquence when it came to questions about his role. But anyway, let's go to one of those clips in which Chad Westendorf talked about the alleged role of Cory Fleming in these scams.
And to Moss, Kuhn, and Fleming as the attorneys, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you signed the check.
Yes, sir.
You endorsed it.
Yes, sir.
You didn't put for deposit only, you put Chad Westendorf as personal representative of the estate of Gloria Satterfield.
Yes, sir.
You see an endorsement by Moss, Kuhn, and Fleming on there?
I do not.
Okay. So that check wasn't even correct.
Well, this was from me. I made a
Right.
copy of this, so I don't know if I may.
You don't know if when he took the check that he may have put...
His investigator brought this check to the bank for me to sign. That's how I had copies of these, and I sent them to you.
Now, this is to Cory Fleming.
Yes, sir.
And you see the second sentence. It says, please hold these settlement funds in trust until the petition and the order approving the settlement have been signed and filed at the probate court settlement hearing.
Yes, sir.
Now, you just told me that you were aware that there were discussions between Cory and Judge Mullen where they agreed not to file this. And you got a copy of this letter. Did it strike you as strange when you're in the settlement conference and they're discussing not filing it of record when the man who sent the money said, look, this is to be held in trust until it's actually signed and filed, the order? Never thought of that?
I thought he would hold it until it was filed. I mean, my interpretation of, never mind.
Right. All you heard was that he asked Judge Mullen
to wait.
Wait to sign it, and we're not going to file it. And she said, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then the next document that I'm going to show you is 23, which is the petition. And again, you're not a lawyer, but you will see that the caption now is just "In re Gloria Satterfield." Yeah. It's not Chad Westendorf as personal representative for the estate of Gloria Satterfield versus Alex Murdaugh. It's not even "In re Gloria Satterfield estate." It's not even decedent. It doesn't even tell the world she's dead, right?
That's what you say. I don't know what that means. I've told.
Well, Gloria Satterfield.
That's all. That's all that means.
I mean, I can't look at the name Gloria Satterfield and know she's dead.
Oh, I understand that, but I didn't know what
because it usually says decedent or estate.
I got you.
And there's no docket number, right? So when you walked into the chambers with this petition, which you signed,
yes, sir,
as Chad Westendorf, you signed the verification and you signed his PR.
Yes, sir.
When you walked into the chambers, did Judge Mullen not say to Cory Fleming, where's the petition that I'm supposed to rule on that's filed of court record? How is this caption the new caption when the caption that's filed of record is Chad Westendorf versus Richard Alex Murdaugh? Did she not say, Mr. Fleming, what are you doing with this caption? Where is this? There's no order. You understand that if a caption, you probably understand now.
Yeah.
You have a court caption. It's in the court record. So a clerk of court will type up a caption and it'll come up. If you're going to change a caption, a judge has got to approve that so that the clerk of court can change the caption. there's got to be a way to search records and file stuff that it gets filed right.
Yes, sir.
Did not Judge Mullins say, Mr. Fleming, what are you doing bringing this caption in here? I don't understand. It's not even filed, this petition. She didn't say that.
I don't remember anything, even discussing that. Like I said, that's the first I've heard of that today.
Okay. And so the next document is 24. This is the actual order that she initialed and signed, right?
She signed something, like I said. I
Right.
wasn't standing over her shoulder, but I mean, we were discussing it and everybody had paperwork, so yes.
Okay. And so this was filed in December. It's not, she didn't file it. The filing on there is a December 2021 in another
Yes.
court filing.
Yes,
But
sir.
she didn't, this was never filed of record. And you signed the disbursement sheet.
Yes, sir.
And this is now a combined disbursement sheet. There's $505,000 that was the Lloyd's first settlement, right?
Yes, sir.
There's the $3.8 million, which was the Nautilus settlement.
Yes, sir.
Attorney's fees from the first one are $168,333.33 from Lloyd's and $1.2 million from the Nautilus settlement, right?
Yes, sir.
But we already went through the disbursement sheet that you signed on January 7th,
Yeah.
and that wasn't a settlement of 505, it was a settlement of 475. You didn't catch the
I
difference?
did not catch that.
And $403,500 was already sent to Forge. We saw that check.
Yes, sir.
Which leaves $101,500. Where was the $168,000 of attorney's fees going to come from? Then you signed and approved $105,000 of prosecution expenses. And you're saying, I fully understand and approve the above disbursements. What did you do to avail yourself that there was $105,000 of expenses? And if you approved 11.5, and I know it's embarrassing for you and it's painful, but if you approved the 11.5 on January 7th, right?
Yes.
Of expenses.
Yes, sir.
How was there an additional $105,000 between January of 2019 and the May 13th, 2019 hearing?
No idea.
It's not credible.
It's not.
There wasn't ongoing litigation. There wasn't depositions. The estate wasn't paying Cory by the hour. He was taking a contingency fee up top. You see his contingency fee. And where does that, how does that make sense? Other than it's just Cory stealing.
It doesn't make sense.
This is a letter from Cory Fleming to his paralegal on November 28th, and it says, I need the I-9 for this, and the check is to Chad Westendorf as personal representative of the estate of Gloria Satterfield. So on November 28th, an I-9 is being given. It's actually a W-9. It's supposed to be not an I-9, but they're cutting a check for you as personal representative, and you were not even the PR yet.
No.
Did you have any idea this was going on at the time?
First time I've ever seen that.
And so you said before Thanksgiving, which would have been November 26th, Alec had asked you and you said yes.
It was actually around the 21st.
21st, sorry, but before Thanksgiving.
Yes. He had contacted me that Wednesday, but that's the first I've seen of this.
And then you went to Russ, and Russ said, sure, you can do it, right?
Russell and Mr. Lafitte both. Yes.
And then you went back and told Alec, we can do it.
Yes.
I can do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I hope that gives you a little bit of an understanding of, again, what is a very complex case, one of at least 7 state investigations into the Murdaugh criminal enterprise, and again, federal investigations also underway into various components of that alleged web of criminal activity. But we hope that gives you a little insight, and we'll continue to look to FITSNews for all the breaking news, insight, and analysis on this complicated crime and corruption saga.